how's it going, dudes and dudettes? Brad the Guitologist here. In this video, we're going to take a look at a company that has sent me 3 guitars now. I've done one review of one of their guitars in the past. I'll put a link up here if you want to go see that after this video. Open up a new tab and look at that one, because I highly encourage you to check that guitar out too. But in this video, we're going to take a look at these 2 guitars. This is Dangelico. If you're in the market for a guitar like this in a 335 kind of style with the semi-hollow body and double cut, definitely take a look at this brand. And like I said in my past video about this brand, I don't normally think of Dangelico when I'm shopping for new guitars, but this definitely is a brand that is on my radar fully now. I get it. I see the quality that's gone into these. I'm not sure where this one is made, but I think they're both made in Indonesia. This one is actually labeled Indonesia. So this one is Indonesian made. This one I believe is also, but not really sure. So this solid color, the black one, and this one, they have slightly different specs and they're slightly different prices. I'll put those up on the screen so you can see the different prices and everything that you're getting into one of these for. And I'll tell you the differences as well. Now, right offhand, you'll notice that this one is not flame maple. This one is, a solid color, black. This one has flame maple top, but also flame maple on the rear of the guitar. Both have block inlays. This one has, I think it's a Pal-Ferro board, if I'm not mistaken. A full binding on both of them. Tusk, it looks like a Tusk nut. Pretty sure that's a Tusk nut on both of these. This one, the fretboard though, is walnut, which is not something you often see on fretboards. So I was really intrigued to check this one out because I've never had a guitar with a walnut fretboard, and I never thought about it. But yeah, walnut's a hard wood, so I don't see why it couldn't be on a fretboard. I just never have considered it, and I don't think I've ever even seen it before on a fretboard. So very interesting to have gotten this one. Now, as far as the neck profiles, I can tell you that this one here, the neck profile is just ever so slightly different. I don't know if that is just kind of a quirk of the manufacturing process or if it was intentional. I don't know. Now, both of these come from the Premier series of their double cuts, which is kind of confusing sometimes if you go to their website. Now, they cleaned it up a little bit. When I first went to their website and they sent me these, I was a bit confused by how the product line was kind of laid out on the double cut series. And I think they've since gone in there and fixed it kind of to some degree, but it's still a little bit confusing. But if you're wondering about it, they have a couple of different tiers within the Premier series. Now, they have different series. They have like a Premier series and I think an Excel series. They have a couple different series, but within that series, they also have a couple of different tiers. And these represent 2 of the different tiers in the Premier series. Which is kind of in that sort of $599 to $799 price bracket. Kind of the sweet spot when you're talking about getting a guitar that's really good quality, that's above like the typical Chinese guitar that you're going to get as an import today, and also still pound for pound as good as some of the $1,500 to $2,000 guitars that you're going to find on the market as well. And I can say that with all confidence that these, as far as the quality in these guitars, I have not laid my hands on a better 335 style guitar within this price bracket, period. I've played all of them. I've played Ibanez, I've played Epiphone, but as far as the tone, these have it in spades, and the quality is here. These have the same ebony knobs. These are actually wooden knobs on here. As the last guitar that I reviewed, the Bob Weir signature, and again, I'll have a link up there if you want to check that out. Just really cool pick guards on these. The pick guards are really thick and fully bound, and they have just a really nice, interesting, kind of a classic Dangelico shape to the pick guards, full block inlays, full binding all the way around. And the headstocks on these, you know, again, I said in my last video, that headstock right there is just chef's kiss. Absolutely. The only complaint I have about these guitars at all is the fact that they inexplicably decided to put the this on here. I really, you know, what is it about you Europeans? You have to. Is this required even to be sold in Europe? I'm not even sure that this is a requirement 100%. Is it anything with I thought it was anything with batteries in it. Why would you have to have that for something that you're not even really technically plugging into the wall outlet? I don't know why you would have that, but that needs to be fit. Europe, you need to get on that, or Dangelico, you need to get on that, because that right there is just marring up the headstock. Even if it is on the back of the thing, I still hate that. My one and only complaint with either of these guitars is that they decided to put that crap on the back of the headstock. I don't get it. I just don't get it. How we managed to go for, you know, like 60, 70 years without doing that, and then all of a sudden within the past 10 or 12 years you start seeing that crap on all these imports. I don't understand. Because I mean, like I said, it just kind of mars up a otherwise really almost a perfect look to this guitar and the headstock. Now the tuners are a Grover style tuner. I don't think that they're actual Grovers, but they are a nice tuner. And they hold up very well and respond very similarly to actual Grovers. And like I said, just every bit as nice as some of the $1,500 guitars you're going to find. This price bracket, sort of the $500 to $800 price bracket, is really your sweet spot that you want to go for as an intermediate guitarist, or if you're looking for something to take up on stage that's going to play well and not going to break the bank if somebody runs off with it, you know, at the end of the set. This is kind of what you want to look for, and it's these are phenomenal for the money. Oh yeah, I do have two complaints actually about these guitars. The switch goes up and down instead of back and forth, and it makes it a little bit clunky when you're playing the thing to switch. Like, so if you're coming this way, I would prefer to have it switching this direction instead of this direction, which is how it's switching now. Small complaint, but this one actually has a model sticker inside the F-hole. This one does not have a model sticker inside the F-hole, so the full model number is not anywhere on this guitar. This model here has been out and comes in several different colors, including this transparent. I love this. This is, I think they call this Ice Tea Burst, and this was my favorite, I think, of the ones that I saw. But this model has been out for a little bit. This is a new introduction to the line, to the Premier lineup. It's kind of downgrading you slightly on the specs, but ever so slightly. The pickups. Let's talk a minute about the pickups that are in these models. Okay, so the last Dangelico that I got was the Bob Weir signature and had TV Jones pickups in it. These guitars have the Supro branded pickups in them. I'm not sure what models pickups they are, but they're Supro branded apparently. Dangelico is owned by the same parent company as Supro and a Pigtronics. So that explains the connection there with the Supro pickups. But my God, these pickups sound absolutely gorgeous. Whether you're talking about cleans or dirty channel, these things sound great. And I think the reason why, I picked up on the reason why they kind of sound great, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's going to be hard to pick up in the demo portion of the video, but let me show you something. These pickups are slightly microphonic, and that is a good thing. I don't know if they're lightly potted or half potted, or if they're no potting at all on these. But it's giving them this really kind of open, really alive tone. And there's a lot of attack on the notes when you're using a pick. And I think that's really down to the fact that there's either very little to no potting. Now, I didn't have any squealing issues. Now, of course, I'm not standing in front of a big Marshall stack or something like that, so that I couldn't attest to so far. But I've had this amp down here really loud, and I've had no squealing issues at all. I've had the guitars right up next to the amp, no squeal. So it's not like real cheap pickups where you don't get any potting. They're totally microphonic, and you start getting just a bunch of squealing. This isn't like that, but it has enough of that microphonic texture that it really adds to the tone and gives you that vintage tone that everybody wants. So to me, that's what makes the magic of these pickups, and they have instantly become one of my favorite pickups that I've played in a long time. And I think, to my ear, even they sound as good, or perhaps maybe even slightly better than the TV Jones pickups that were in the last guitar of theirs that I demoed. So I don't know, go figure. Sometimes you capture lightning in a bottle, and I think really that is what the lightning is in these guitars, is in the pickups. I'm really astounded by how beautiful they are. Just the clarity of them, the juiciness, the fatness. You can get just really sweet tones all the way up and down the range, like I said, from clean all the way up to dirty heavy metal tones. Real quickly, one thing I did forget to mention, this model right here comes with a nicely padded gig bag. The other model doesn't come with a gig bag at all, but this one has a nicely padded one that has the back straps on it, and also it comes with the hang tags and everything with this one too. And this hang tag is informing me that no, it's not a Tusk nut. This is a Graphtec new bone nut material. All right, so it's time to give these things a demo. And I appreciate you guys who are sticking around here. Thanks for watching this video. If you would, please give it a share. For the past month, I have been really out of commission. I have pinched a nerve or something in my neck, and I have a lot of pain going down my arm and this left shoulder and stuff lately. For about the last month, I haven't been able to work at all. Even holding a guitar at times has been a real challenge. So just completing this video, it feels really good to get back in the swing of it and to get something done for a change. And thank you guys for being so patient. And if you would share this video, I'd surely appreciate it. And without further ado, here's the demo. All right, so that's going to do it for this one. Thanks you guys again for sticking around, and for now, we'll see y'all later.